The thing about Bob, hold on, you there?
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. The thing about Bob and Wheel is that is much longer and a little more complicated than I think I can handle. That I think is only really attested in Sir Gawain. Let me.
I just
What?
really enjoy you saying that after being like, yeah, I'm going to write the entire thing in iambic pentameter and in Chaucer verse. And I'm like, and you're like, but this is too hard. I'm like, okay, I respect the hustle, but like, you're already going above and beyond, my friend. Which is a good thing. To be clear, I admire that deeply. Yeah. I am very impressed.
So, thank you. The Bob and Wheel is actually, it's not just the Gawain poet. It also shows up a few others. I'm just not sure what the rhythm actually is. So what it is it's the Bob and Wheel is like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lines, and then a 2-syllable transition bob, and then a 4-line A B wheel, just like the quatrain. And the two reason why I'm not doing that is that alt high Axor is the reason I'm not writing it that way is I think that I'm trying to limit the story to 2,000 words because I keep telling myself, all right, I'm writing a short story this time, and it becomes 8,000 words, which, yes, I know
short stories are so hard to write.
I know it's literally 8,000 words. I know literally is a short story, but...
No, like, short stories are hard to write.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's hard to keep it short.
Yeah. And the other reason is that this is a different kind of challenge I want to try. The other thing, I am probably going to do a Middle English version when I get around. So I'll do it in Modern English, and then I'll do a version of the story in Middle English.
All right, then.
Yeah, I expect people to be very confused, including the people listening to the stream who probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we didn't really explain where the conversation started, did we?
However, I like the idea. Wait, no, I like the idea of creating mystery and ambiguity, because we are also playing Fire Emblem Fates, which is a game that answers no questions.
Well, it does answer some questions, just poorly and over several different routes.
But fine, say what you're going to say.
It also depends, Axor, on your definition of short. Because like there's microfiction and then there's like a short story, and if like you're like, oh, I'm trying to write a short story, and you end up with like a 10-page story, you're like that's short, that's not a novel. But if you're going for 5 pages, well, you've just doubled your story size. And that's kind of where like what I mean when I say like writing a short story is hard. Like I will try to write something that's just like a couple pages, and I can never do it. I always end up with like 5 to 10 pages, which is super challenging. So that's more what I mean. So I guess I more mean microfiction. Writing like a short story is not the worst. Writing like microfiction, I'm like, yeah, that is just impossible for me. I yap too much.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Leafy. Goodbye, Leafy.
So you wanted to introduce it in brief, and then we will get started.
I did?
You were starting to say something, and then I interrupted you. You said long story short.
Oh, I was just going to say what we were talking. I was going to clear up what we were talking about, but you wanted it to be mystifying, so.
Well, no, you can say it if you want.
No, I don't mind. Fume was just writing a story, and we were talking about, and he was letting me know he's going to challenge himself by writing in verse, and I was curious what verse, and so we were having because there's a lot of different ones. Like obviously the most common is limerick, AA, BB, CC. Wait, that's Shakespearean sonnet couplet. But AB, AB, AB is limerick. I think usually limerick does end in CC though, doesn't it?
I think so.
Anyway, that's beside. That's like your typical rhyming lyric, or it's like AA then BB. Just again, simple rhyme. I didn't think Fume was going to do that. I thought he was going to do something a little more complex, and I was correct. And so that's how we got into this conversation, which is super interesting and completely unrelated to Fire Emblem Fates. It is related to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, though.
As Bastion. Well, no, he actually he only does in Path of Radiance. He does not in Radiant Dawn.
I know. That's because Path of Radiance was honestly kind of a better game, low key.
Yes.
Like,
Because Bastian isn't
Radiant
speaking
Dawn
of
is
it.
great. Like, don't get me wrong, Radiant Dawn is great, but like they removed the support system. The writing in the latter half of the game, like even though it's bombastic and grand and like there's this amazing like everything coming to a head, the writing is definitely a lot weaker than in the beginning of the game, and definitely weaker than Radiant Dawn or Path of Radiance. Sorry. So overall, I actually do think Path of Radiance might be the stronger game writing wise. Gameplay wise, Radiant Dawn is kind of hard to talk about because it does some really unique stuff that does and doesn't work, but it's super cool that it does it, like the army split thing.
Yeah.
They removed the support system in the sequel. Yes, they did, and it's a baffling choice.
So I will say Limerick is AABBA.
AABBA. That makes sense. Okay, yes, that makes sense.
And yes, there is no support. So the support system exists in Radiant Dawn Alt in that pairing having characters do actions together in maps and chapters and battles and such, makes them build affinity, and then they can get A, C, B, A, and the like, and with associated bonuses. However, there are no unique support conversations. Like Soth and Micaiah do not have a unique conversation when they. Okay, that's not a good example because they start.
But they still have combos.
Yeah, Zehark and Meg, for example, don't have any unique combos as they build their support ranks, and the like. Like people just have generic.
God jack shit.
Yeah, like people, with extremely few exceptions, every character just gets like a generic, I trust you, thank you, I will return your trust, if you try to have them have a support conversation. And it's really disappointing. And yes, you would think that sequels, get additions and not subtractions, but with how ambitious Radiant Dawn was, I kind of don't mind, if only let me rephrase. I don't mind. I do mind. I kind of get it, given how ambitious Radiant Dawn was, especially in comparison to Path of Radiance.
That's true. It did have a lot of writing, and it still has the base. And it still has the base combos. So there is still a ton of additional dialogue.
Yeah. All right. So that being said, let's get started, I guess.
Yeah, let's.
So am I making a new... Am I starting a new game?
So we could start a new game, or we could branch of fate, which is you just start at the branch, and you still get to select, like, I think you still can build a new Corin. I think it would be more fun to start a completely new one and just skip through all this. Like, we can just skip all the, right? Like, we can skip, it's the same as, actually, it's not even the same as Three Houses. It's just the same. Like, they're, no matter what, because you don't pick a route. Unlike Three Houses, right, where even in White Clouds, you pick like a house immediately, and there are some altered dialogues for scenes in White Clouds. There's none of that, because Branch of Fate is where you pick, and so up till that, those 8 chapters, exact same. So we can just skip everything other than the actual maps. I think it would be fun to just replay them, mostly because instead of using an averages Corin, we can just have fun getting good or bad RNG. That's really the only advantage of that, is you get to see if your RNG is good or bad. Also, you can focus and pick levels, so you can feed. Also, suggestion again, we pick female Corin because they look better. They're technically canon, but they're also the canon Corin of Conquest. Did you know that?
Yes, because of Heroes or Engage.
I think it's a couple different media. Heroes definitely is one of them. Engage, I guess, as well. F-Corin. Yeah, I think it probably started in Heroes, I want to say. But yes, essentially. Oh,
it's Leo.
Yeah, essentially every single Hoshiden Prince Corin is always male, and Norian Princess Corin is always the female one.
Then Revelation
doesn't exist. No.
I hear what you're saying.
I think Rev Corin is actually. I think Rev Corin is both. I think both of them have been depicted as Rev Corin, but also
fuck that.
Wearing their, because so Rev. I think in Rev you get access to both Norian Prince and Princess, and Hoshi, like, you get access to both. And I think they just keeps that male Corin dresses in the Nor Hoshiden costume and female dresses in Nor.
Okay. Well, I hear you. However, I do want to play a male Corrin, if only for the superficial reason that I don't want to have to replay this game if I want to pair Corrin with a different character, and that's
I
that.
mean, just look it up. Just look it up online. But also, like, fair, the same-sex options in this game suck.
Yeah.
But like, consider you could bang Xander, your hot older brother, who you definitely view as a brother. And anyway, fireman.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
you could also bang Niles, who's fucked up.
Yes.
Like, have you considered Niles? Oh, or you could. Oh, even better though, you could also bang one of the Awakening trio in this route. You have no.
Yes.
Think about it. It's actually optimal. You have no relationship to them. They're all hilarious. They're all great characters.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Like, I've heard good things about Charlotte. I have heard good things about Baruka. Well, okay.
I guess people like Charlotte. No, you know what? That's fair. People like Charlotte. I personally don't, but people do. Fair enough.
I've heard okay things about Baruka, so we'll just see how it goes. I don't want to just do default.
I know jack shit about Baruka, so yeah, no comment.
I want to pick the bald one so badly, but that looks so awful.
No, pick the bald one. It's so fun. Are you kidding? Pick the bald one. It's great.
All right, fine.
I mean, look, the important thing is that we make an absolute abomination in the character creator. That's the important.
You know what? Sure. Pink
I am a huge fan of pink and purple hair on my anime characters that I'm making in a character creator because it's fun.
Okay. I'm not doing this. That's a little too.
No, that's a little too derpy. We need something ridiculous. That looks like it reminds me of someone, another Fire Emblem character. Here, remember? Okay, this is actually great.
It looks like fucking Makalov. God damn it.
This one?
Okay, just the pink.
Oh, no, not the pink hair. What's that? Can you go back to the weird droopy eyes again? Because it reminds me of someone. I'm trying to figure out who.
I look at this and I see Makalov.
No, I don't see Makalov. This reminds me of someone, and I feel is it a GBA character? No, it's Trek. It's fucking Trek.
Yes, it is Trek. Thank you. I'm not gonna.
It was bothering me so much.
Also,
anyway, I think we should do the eyes. I think we should do the eyes closed one because it looks hilarious.
I think that is the two. Those are the two I will veto.
Really? Because the other ones are just kind of normal and boring. This one, like the Trek eyes, are horrendous. I agree with you that we should never touch them with a 10-foot pole. But we already did the angry one, and I feel like there's no point.
This one is just egg. I have no emotions.
Yeah, it's just kind of boring. It's not abomination enough.
I really don't like this.
I'm a huge fan of this for like you don't like Brock from Pokemon?
Trek, he is basically a complete nothing burger character from Binding Blade, whose only character trait is that he sleeps and forgets people's names. And Axor, I am going to make a ridiculous character here because we deserve to take cringe damage whenever Corrin is on screen in Conquest.
Well, it's more we're going to anyway, so we might as well at least make it funny.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
Do we get anything fun here? Okay, I mean, the scars aren't horrible. And the eye patch is kind of boring.
What the fuck?
It's Beauty Mark. Okay, Beauty Mark actually is really funny. We could cosplay as Lorenz, but anyway.
Lorenz does not have a Beauty Mark.
No, but he should. I kind of like one of the weird-ass scars, honestly. Or whatever the fuck this is. It's hideous, but, you know.
This is doubly hideous. Maybe we should do it.
No, it's kind of boring in the portrait, because it's not on the... It's covered... Like, you barely see it. I kind of want something that's, like, in your face a bit more, like one of the bandages or scars, or... Honestly, actually, the Beauty Mark would be really funny. I think the eye Beauty Mark is amazing,
yes.
Not the Camilla one.
Camilla doesn't have a Beauty Mark. She doesn't.
She feels like she should. You might be right. Why would Corrin have scars? Because they tripped and fell down the stairs, honestly.
Over. Ready for this? Hey, let's go.
Sure, you know what?
Anyway, Axor, I am the fan of doing the funny option when it is when it's like if you have an option between doing something funny or something boring, I pick funny. But if you have the option of like dying and doing something funny or living, I do at least pick living a bit. I mean, do we just call him Brock? Like,
wait, hold on.
Wait, no, hang on.
Hold on. What is
Oh,
the? I know what it is. Okay.
I actually have a genius god tier weeb pun.
Okay. What is
But
yours? But I have one.
it would require us to make our hair green, and then we could call ourselves Brock Lee, which is a high tier, two different anime references, and also broccoli the vegetable.
Axor, you're doing the thing again.
Don't do that, but it would be funny.
Yes, Axor, you're doing the thing again. Also, Emmett absolutely can take stuff seriously. This is not a serious moment.
I take all games seriously, just not Corn specifically. I take the gameplay very seriously. I take. Nope, actually, for Fire Emblem Fates, the list might end there.
Like you have a habit of snarking all the time, but I know you are taking things seriously, and Axor, you're doing the projecting thing again. You're taking
a fair. Like I am like you are correct. I am being very snarky often, especially with Fates.
Yes, but
you've also heard my very in-depth meta rank whatever strategy discussions.
Yes.
It's a multifaceted.
I'm just talking to Axor specifically. You're taking a microcosm situation and using it to represent the whole. And we have had this conversation. I won't continue it. So my idea was pink popcorn. Just calling him that. Because he's corn, and he's pink.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like enough of a pun, Because we went with
Furland.
What was our last name? It was like
Furland.
It was honestly a pretty great pun. Like great in like a not great way, but funny. I feel like we have a what?
We named our castle Rivendunts.
Yeah, but we also named our character, or it was Erlond.
I literally just said that.
Yeah, no, I heard the castle.
Okay, wait. Popcorn is actually really good. Thank you. Popcorn is really good.
Just popcorn?
No, popcorn.
Oh, popcorn, yes.
That's really good. Thank you, X.
Well, not even just popcorn. Honestly, just pop. I would just say popcorn is honestly fine because corn is actually just put 2 R's. Don't put the I. Like, but 2 R's. But just popcorn with 2 R's. I do frequently call corn chip. I mean, we could use the I. I don't know. I kind of like it without.
Okay, Axor. Axor, thank you. That was an amazing suggestion. Thank you very much. We're not using that exactly, but we're using something very similar. So I hope that's good enough. Boone. All right. I'm gonna just let you take the wheel on this because I don't know and I don't really give a shit.
I don't have a ton of ideas. It depends on if we want to focus on magic or. I mean, it depends. I think the first thing we should figure out is our.
No,
going for it.
No, I prefer the plot. But go ahead.
I think before we decide on Boon Bane, we should decide on talent and class line because that's probably going to do it. Are we trying a different build? We are definitely trying a different build because there's no reason to do Dark Knight when it's just going to be easier to get anyway, like to get Mage.
Yeah.
Like I would suggest picking a
Hoshiden class.
I was just picking a Hoshiden class. Of those classes, there's a couple options. Samurai just gives really good skills, right? Like Duelist Blow and Swordfair are just good. Like they're just really good skills. That said, so I will tell you something that I'm thinking that could be funny. It's probably not necessarily good, let's be clear, but it's funny. So at level 15, a Norian Noble gets a skill called Norian Trust, which means that you can access a support unit's battle skills while in tag team or pair up. And in light of that, I suggest we pick Spear Fighter as our talent so that we can go into Basara and acquire Quixotic, which is plus 30 hit rate and plus 15 skill activation for both the user and the enemy, which sounds really fucking funny.
That sounds very stupid.
That's my pitch on gambling. Yeah. That is my pitch. That's my pitch on gambling. Is we do a funny Norian Trust Quixotic build.
I mean, I've heard the Conquest is hard enough that I maybe shouldn't be goofing off.
I mean, it's not 100% goofing off. Like, Chaotic is just, like, you also get Rend Heaven, which is skill times 1.5% chance of adding damage. Also, obviously, as a dragon, just as a Hoshiden, like, normal one, you also get Dragon Fang, which is skill 75, which is just a 50% power increase. Both of those will still be boosted by Quixotic. So it's not terrible. Also, so Norian Noble, so you remember how Hoshiden Noble kind of sucked because you get like staves and that's useless? Norian Noble does get you get tomes. So we can also pick our battles a bit better. If we're not doing that, I don't think we would pick.
Okay, Mando is asking if he wants to jump into call to talk builds. I trust
don't mind.
him. All right, I'll make you. All right.
I don't know this well. I'm crafting based only on what I can read. I don't know. Do they give descriptions? They don't give descriptions on Boonbanes, but they are very, very clear on what they. Like one is like unhealthy. It's like, oh, what could that be? It's like, okay, HP. It's pretty.
All right, hold on a second.
Hello.
Hello. Mando, this is Emmett. Emmett, this is Mando.
It set my output of my mic again.
Let's just check if you're coming through.
It's understandable.
There we go.
We're good. Mando, this is Emmett. Emmett, this is Mando. You two have known each other a lot over text, but this is the first time hearing each other's voices. So, willing to hear your ideas, Mando, and honestly, if you just want to join us on this stream or future one, feel free, whatever you want.
I will keep that in mind. It sounds fun. So, the big question with Conquest is a couple key differences. First of all, it's more difficult in a couple different ways. When you're looking, if you're going to be rebuilding a character anyway, one of the big questions is, do you want to do reclass shenanigans with Corrin themselves, or do you want to get involved and do some things with other squad mates? There is some stuff you can do in the early game that opens up some really fun, weird side shit that changes your experience routing in a pretty significant way. It does require doing such requires marrying either Jacob or Felicia as soon as possible. So if you want to keep that open, we don't do that.
I already married Felicia. I don't really want to do it again, even if it's not optimal.
Okay, and it looks like we're doing male Corrin, so Jacob's off the table too. That works. That's fine.
Sorry.
No, that's all good. Jacob, the female Corrin can do some stuff with Jacob where you can get Jacob a bunch of flat damage boosting skills very quickly and then pass them down to your child unit by like chapter 12 and have some kids running around with like elbow
like
room
trample,
and
like
trample at the same time and just run over the early game entirely. We don't have to do that. The recommendation generally is to, unless you are specifically going for a build, because Conquest can turn into Wyvern Emblem really easily, and it works.
Talking.
But generally the idea is to pick a talent that comes from the other side of the war, so you have access to at least one other side class line. There are the Awakening trio. Two of the three, Odin and Selena, have Hoshiden secondary classes. So their kids can inherit some stuff from those. Odin gets Samurai, as you might expect. Selena gets Pegasus Knight. Also, as you might.
If I recall, Odin is also pretty good, well off switching into Samurai anyway.
Odin is he's my boy, but also he can perform quite well in Samurai. I've done it. It getting out of E rank swords is a pain, but if you do it early, it can work. He actually, with with a very small amount of early game babying. His stats are designed to be a NOS tank, which makes him a very good Jagan and wall plant and like just barrier for a lot of the early game. And then Ophelia is fucking disgusting. His kid.
Yeah, Ophelia is disgusting.
I have built an Ophelia that soloed Hinoka's chapter on Lunatic. It's stupid.
Yeah, no, I didn't even build around it that much. I don't remember what I even did. I just got Ophelia and I was like using her a little bit, and yeah, mine was more of a glass cannon, but definitely disgusting unit.
Yeah, because you like marry him, you marry Elise off to him, and then yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. What did I do? I have no idea. Again, like I said, I have no idea who I paired him up with. I just ended up with like just good unit Ophelia. Disgusting.
So
All right, well,
I have a stat calc open so I can I can just look at the class lines and remind myself what all is there. You can kind of
I'll just send that if you just want to take a look at the skills quickly. It's just the wiki.
Let's see. Actually, if you just want to have a Korin that is good, Ninja Korin is always good 100% of the time, as long as you're not minus strength or minus speed.
That's fair. I am interested in. Go ahead.
You're only gonna have you have way fewer ninjas in Conquest for obvious reasons. Ninja Korin, you keep Yato, you get shurikens, so you have some weapon triangle control. You have 1-2 range. You get good stats, even if the skills are kind of mid. And if you take Korin through Nor Noble level 5 and then go in at some point and get Draconic Hex, you have a really fucking lethal debuff unit that can then just go into kill round 2, which for some of the bosses
that's kind of what I was
matters.
Yeah, that was honestly what I was thinking originally, but then I remembered that debuffs don't stack, and then I got sad. Except for enemies. Enemy debuffs. Fuck you.
Debuffs only stack on enemies if they have inevitable end, which is lunatic only. And with debuffs, the highest debuff applies. So if you're hitting a wide spread, it's the highest one. Does Ninja still get the movement bonus? Ninjas don't get movement +1, but they still give +1 movement when they're the backpack in pair up. The Norian thief class adventurer, or not adventurer, outlaw into adventurer, that gets movement +1.
So, Mando, your thought was to basically stay in Ninja then?
You can stay in Ninja and do great. If you stay in Ninja and then you're willing to burn 2 heart seals to go into Nor Noble, get Draconic Hex, and then go back to Ninja, that also works. Draconic Hex is very
So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on being extremely spicy and doing like A+ support with Odin to get some, say, like Samurai, getting like Sword Fair and Shuriken Fair for just +5 with either weapon type? Probably a ton of XP.
Let me check something.
Or does he give Mage? I'm not sure.
He gives Mage. They give their pride when you
rest in peace.
So the way that, to my knowledge, the way that works is if they have I have to think about this. I know. Here's the example I know. If you pair Niles and Nyx, Niles' Heart Seal class is Dark Mage. It affects their kid. I think if Nile... Let me look, actually.
No, that makes sense. Like that it's only the primary. That does make sense.
Still,
Tragic.
It doesn't work. That only works for kids. Yeah, so no. You would just get access to the primary class. So Odin would give Mage.
Yeah. Totally understandable, honestly. So I guess though then Fume's gonna hate this. I was gonna say marry Camilla for Savage Blow.
Poison Strike Savage Blow works. I've done it. Just having a chip damage machine
can be nice. I think maybe I lean into the cringe. Maybe I lean into the cringe and marry Camilla.
Well, it's also you can do it with Kaze, because I think can't Kaze marry like Baruka or also Camilla? Like I think
I have tried marrying Kaze to both of them, and it works.
Yeah. So that's an option. You don't have to have Korin be cringe. You can have Kaze take the bullet and go for the child with Or well, actually, he can also reclass, so you can do it that way too.
Well, I'm gonna. Well,
Also,
you know,
trample's a good skill.
well, okay. Speaking outside of the, okay. Speaking outside of the gameplay elements, it is cringe because Corrin has been raised with Camilla as siblings, and therefore I feel deeply uncomfortable with it. B, it's only really cringe if it is Corrin and Camilla. Like anyone else, sure. I mean, she's not doing the fucking Tharja thing of like I'm thinking about Robin while I'm having sex with you. Although actually, maybe
again, specifically Corrin.
It is funny that there is only one actual incest option in the game.
And they don't tell you about it, and it's so easy to do.
Tell you.
Also, let's be clear: the one incest option is also the one where they know it's incest. So
it's also like kind of interesting from a character perspective.
Well, I was gonna say like Corian and the Norian siblings know they're not related, and Hoshido has a funny letter that Ryoma just is holding in his hand to be like, actually, just in case any of you get the hots for Corrin, here's a letter from mom saying you're not related. And then the one person who actually is incest knows the relationship and just doesn't tell Corrin.
Yep.
It's so fucked up.
Anyways, so this is kind of telling me Ninja's just a really safe bet, and I'm probably just gonna do that.
Ninja is good. So,
it's a good thing.
My recommendation is either strong or quick, and then just go dull. You're not using magic. We're not going to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Dragonstone is good early game because it's a high might weapon, but your stat doesn't matter.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to do it.
So either strong or fast and dull.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was saying to pick. I would honestly do Fume. Too late. I would say actually do fast, because I think getting speed to hit speed thresholds is probably more important, especially if we're working as like a debuffer anyway.
Yeah.
So I have the growth rate calc open right now. Hang on, wait a minute. Why does dull? I might have given you bad advice. Hang on, I'm looking at the stat calc. Dull.
Okay, wait. This might be better.
Yeah, hang on. Not
this
dull.
is closer to Lawrence.
Yeah, actually, minus luck.
You're just gonna build. Actually, wait, no, just build Lawrence. Go for it.
Well, no, I have too much respect for Lawrence.
Go minus luck. I'm not dull. Go minus luck.
Where?
What is it? Oh, it's like stupid or something. Is the non-magic one?
Yeah,
it's called
that
dull.
one also. That dull penalizes your speed as well. I'm seeing it now.
Wait, that's so. Oh, they're mixed like in Shadow Dragon or whatever. Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, so dull. It also affects your modifier, your cap. Magic is -3, speed's -1, res -1 with dull. For unlucky, your magic is -1, your speed's -3, but it doesn't fuck anything else. Yeah. So as a ninja with strong and unlucky, your growth rates as a ninja are 45, 55, 25, 45, 45, 25, 40, 25.
I can't hear. Okay.
55
so
strength,
you have basically everything you want
speed.
at either a coin flip or at 45.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I will say we have picked unlucky before and got crit, which is funny, but also not great.
The thing is with ninja, you have the weapon triangle control. You can pick your fights.
I mean, sure, but still.
I would say, yeah, either strong or quick.
And unlucky.
I advocate for quick because I think it will help us reach thresholds, like more important thresholds of doubling faster better. And you can always squeeze more might out of things with like
you'll have 60 speed
stuff.
growth, 60 speed growth, 40 strength as a ninja.
Yeah, I would much rather have the speed to ensure we double, because I feel like that's just a great way to squeeze out more damage, especially once you get like true damage skills like Shuriken Fair or something.
It also helps.
Or honestly, again, if we marry Camilla for Camilla for cringe and we get trample plus Shuriken Fair, that's just like free +10 damage most of the time.
Yeah, it's also worth noting, Norian knives have higher might but don't give the speed bonus.
I'm huge on going for the speed buff then.
And there's one specific knife where that matters a lot, and it's the Beast Killer.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, triple effective might.
Yeah, and that's important for, in my opinion, the only actively garbage map in Conquest.
I mean, I could ask you which one it is, but, I have so many. Also, do you want to just stream here, then, if we're just going to stay in this call?
Oh, I forgot to stream to you.
No.
Yeah, it didn't really matter when we were building characters, but it's kind of would be good to see no lag now. But honestly, nothing changes here, especially in the tutorial map.
I can't turn animations off yet, I think.
Be careful.
Not yet.
I forgot. What do they want me to do
Just
here?
attack. Just attack. It's fine.
Yeah. The thing, the prologue, you just kind of autopilot your way through. The thing about Conquest, I will say, is that it rewards some. It's really rewarding to fuck around with some reclass stuff, but with some others, the baseline you get is so good. Leo, you don't need to touch. Xander, you don't need to touch.
So
Camilla, you absolutely don't need to touch. Though eventually, putting her through Wyvern Lord is probably good.
Yeah, or I mean, I guess you could technically also. Well, she actually just kills things, so you don't really need to put her through Ninja for debuffing. It's more for Kaze.
No, Camilla, I've taken Camilla out of Wyvern exactly once, and it was to fuck around with Berserker Camilla. But she's in Malignite, and then in the late game, or at some point, you can just dip into Wyvern Lord for a while to grab Lancebreaker and Rally Defense, and then she's kitted out and done.
Sorry,
Yeah.
does it want me to go on the heal tile? Or?
Yeah, you need to go.
Yeah.
Well, you need to heal because otherwise you die. I will say that Xander's great in Paladin, but he does also have especially if you open up DLC, he does have very jank options.
Yeah. Xander is one that is... Xander is tailor-built, if the player is keen to it, to abuse and manipulate enemy AI. Specifically, their tendency to completely ignore a unit if they don't damage it. Because of the way his personal skill interacts with the game, and the time he joins, Xander's job is to be the dubstep wall, and sometimes the optimal usage is to put him in a choke point and not actually have him offensively attack anybody. Because there are some thresholds where if he attacks an enemy and they're no longer at full HP, his personal skill no longer applies, and then they're able to deal damage to him. In the case of ninjas, and if one is able to touch him and get the defense drop off, then everything can do the death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
So there's some really tricky, fun shit. Yeah, Xander is the opposite of Ryoma. I think Xander's more useful on the whole because he can do good shit. He's also got shelter. You can shelter dance with him. You can.
I mean, the more important thing is that he's just in a more challenging route. So, Ryoma's the best unit by far in Birthright, but also you can get through Birthright with a lot of other. You don't need Ryoma. Whereas, in Conquest, Xander is one of your best units, but it's so much nicer. You need to have that really good unit.
Yes, Birthright. There's a point in the game where Birthright does kind of feel like it's playing FE7, where you just put a couple blenders up front and then watch the chaff die. Conquest doesn't. You can make Conquest like that, but that takes a lot of investment in forward planning and Ophelia.
And knowledge, yeah.
It requires Ophelia. My favorite cringe fail daughter. I'm trying to think. of because in Birthright we didn't fuck around with reclassing much.
We did a little bit, but not much.
Yeah,
we did for
Conquest.
Corin. We put him in what's it called for a bit.
Yeah, but we didn't really experiment much. I'm trying to think of some easy reclass shenanigans we can do, or ways to engage with the game system. Mozu Effie A rank lets you get something really fun. Sniper.
I did advocate. We did fuck around a little bit for Midori, but we didn't really commit to it.
Yeah, Midori is Midori is
Oh,
better
whoops.
Kana in the sense. Midori is just kind of better Kana to me in the sense that she's a filler unit that can just kind of do whatever and be effective.
Yeah, we had her with like the funny spendthrift like lethality crit fishing thing.
I wish her skill affected lethality.
It would have been really. I know it would have been really funny, but it didn't. That's why, like,
Ooh,
I
very nice.
suggested trying like to do a Basara meme build so we could activate like lethality in those skills more.
Yeah, Basara stuff. I've tried it. It has its hype moments. In my experience, it fucks you way more than it helps you.
No, for sure, it's definitely a meme. Like having the enemy hit you more often and activate skills more often is 100% not a good trade-off.
However,
Like it's just not. But like that's kind of why I wouldn't necessarily want to do it with Corrin, but I would be down to do it with like another unit for entertainment.
yeah, dipping for Rend Heaven and then leaving and not bothering with Quixotic, that is something that can be done.
But it's just so funny.
Oh, it's my favorite skill in terms of like name and design combined. It's just hilarious.
Which Quixotic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I'm like that's fun. That's the kind of skill I want to see.
Yeah. No.
Wow, that's a.
No, speed's pretty good actually.
No, I know. I was not expecting defense from Felicia.
We can just.
You
I
know,
don't think
I
we even
never,
have to. Well, I guess we just could. Might as well. Yeah, just.
I've
What?
never really tried Hero Felicia because Mercenary is her other class tree. I've
Yeah, I've
really
never-
tried to do it.
You can. I did see. So I have seen in Excelblum's. He's doing another just ridiculous run. You know, every unit has 0 strength and magic, and enemies have 100 crit. He has built Felicia as his main damage dealer using true damage skills and the Levin sword.
I see.
So it's definitely interesting.
I will say, one of my favorite, actually low investment build, Laszlo's kid as ninja, Soul Ninja. You can do some fun stuff with it.
That makes sense.
If you want to go with something really high investment,
Oh god,
if you-
I remember this fucking map.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
then, yeah.
But at least we learned that breaking through the front doesn't work, and so we can just skip to not doing that this time.
Yes, you are correct.
You were very adamant about it last time.
I was, and it was very stupid of me.
Yes, well...
Felicia, why don't you just go into Gunter to,
Well, she can go to Gunter to get some extra move, but I'd probably deep hair rather than...
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't stay paired. Speaking of Xander,
So I'm gonna be honest, I've been kind of focusing, even though this is like extremely easy baby territory right now, I've been kind of focusing on it, so I haven't been able to hear everything you've been saying.
that's fine. We've mostly just been talking, like, stuff that we're probably honestly not going to necessarily do. Well, okay, so Azura is going to have the same growths. The question is if she, you know...
Well, she actually levels it.
Levels better.
Yeah. I will say, I'm thinking I'm not going to recommend it because it requires a lot of forward planning and it's expensive. And gold is limited in Conquest, much more so than Birthright. That's not to say you have nothing, but you will feel the gold pinch a little more. Rallyman Laszlo feels like a really character-appropriate build for him, and it's really fun when it all comes together, but it takes a while. Because he needs...
Yeah.
Let me think. He gets skill on his own. He has his personal skill.
Does he get strength on his own too, right?
No,
you mean, I see.
his Laszlo's secondary class is ninja.
Yeah, I just meant isn't his personal rally
It's plus 1 strength, plus 1 speed.
Oh, it's just very low numbers.
Yeah,
Oh, but
they
it's
do.
stacked with the rally skills.
Those stack. I believe. I'm almost certain.
What's
but you
Corrin?
can.
So, Fume, what's Corrin in range of? Because there are some options here we have.
I was thinking maybe I shelter him with Gunter, but...
I actually think that's a great idea to... I think shelter and then deep hair with Felicia, actually, so that we
Yeah.
have all 3 of them for next turn.
Ooh,
If you actually, you could.
That's fine. Well, if Felicia gets... If they're not... I mean, if they want to attack Felicia instead, we just counter them, which is not horrible.
I would actually not separate. Because
Huh.
the archer is going to be baited to attack Felicia for weapon triangle advantage and lower defense. If you stay unpaired, he's going to dual strike with the samurai like as not, and I don't know if that kills her.
I see. But if we do
In
this,
this
also
case,
we
she
might have
baits
enough
the
speed to
attack.
double.
She
Yeah.
baits the attack, doubles. She would have. I'm almost certain she would have died.
Oh yeah.
No,
Well,
I think you're right. I think you're right. We would have died. I did not
actually,
think about
I
that.
actually think that that's exactly what might have killed her in the first playthrough. One of the systems.
Honestly, very possible.
Yeah, the Rallyman Laszlo, like you need to. He gets skill on his own. You can get him strength through an A rank with Arthur. You can get defense or speed. I think if he marries Azura, he can get Sky Knight and get speed.
I think we just kill with Corrin, the archer, and just one tap the
Yeah.
samurai with Gunter.
Yeah.
We use the Jagan for Jagan things.
I was just thinking. Oh, he's one off.
Well, he can get a. If
kill the
you attack
archer-
first with Corrin, you can use the archer space to get a dual strike.
Yes.
I can't because he's paired with Felicia.
Gunter isn't. Felicia is, but Gunter isn't.
Oh, right.
So as long as you don't take from Felicia, you can. Alternatively, if you want to be an XP whore, you can. Well, actually, no, you can just go around, so that would be bad. Or no, actually, yeah. If you want to be
Yeah, just
an
attack.
XP whore, you could let him attack Corrin, but I don't think we need to do that. I would just kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, the Sky Knights will spawn soon.
Oh yeah, those things.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I've done this map to be fun.
I appreciate the help.
I'm really curious to see how Chapter 10 is going to play out.
It is a very, 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 very difficult chapter.
It's in the running for my favorite chapter of the franchise.
A lot of people like it,
Wondering if I let Felicia heal on the.
Fort or not. It's either protect her or just try to kill the boss fast. And it might be better to heal and just deal with the Sky Knights. I don't know.
It's going to be difficult to kill this boss in one round because he's a little bit dodgy. If you can
Yeah,
pull
I
it
would-
off, you can end this next turn.
Yeah, I think we probably want to heal and play it slow and safe, honestly, because we also probably want Felicia to help like fight the boss for like debuffs and stuff. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't move Gunter. There's no reason to move him.
No, I just realized.
I will say, chapter like when I asked people like what they thought the best map of Fire Emblem was, a lot of people said Chapter 10 Conquest. I said they were wrong because I also said it included like when I said best, I was looking for like gameplay,
That's
story,
enough.
like everything. But and I was like, it does not have the best story, but
From a pure gameplay perspective, I think it's the best in the franchise. If we include story, it's not in the running.
because basically I was asking a question because like I've often like I and other people have mentioned Alicia's Gambit a lot, and I was like, surely there are better maps.
Yeah,
And I was like, wait, actually,
I
though,
mean-
what are better maps? And I was not able to come up with a lot of them.
This
Engage
debuffs him.
Chapter 11, I actually think is up there. I mean, we could do this in Shelter. We could do this and then like
and then shelter out and she's safe.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
we
I'm-
can do this, get the debuff, get the follow-up, see if Gunter kills. Is Corrin in range to seize this turn if you do this? And it works.
No, no.
He needs to be a little bit closer. Do you want to? You can prepare for this. I think I would. If you put Corrin above Gunter, it might not trigger the Sky Knights. I believe they're on a. They're not on a
You think
timer.
it's
They're on a
zone-based?
threshold.
It's zone
Yeah,
based.
it's- as long as you're still on the bridge, you should be fine. I would like fully wait in the. Okay.
Oh, well,
Oh,
this is the
you can
problem that we're dead.
No, she
Oh, I
can.
guess we can shelter.
She lives this. She lives this.
Yeah, no, I just thought about enemy phase, but I'm like,
No,
now
yeah.
we have to shelter.
I
But it's
misinterpreted.
Let's just.
Yeah, this is not.
I wonder
gonna be
if
great.
Gunter kills.
Well, he's not going to be accurate.
It's not going to matter.
so we're gonna have
Felicia's
to
still
gamble,
range of the
right?
archer.
Well, that is
Yeah,
a kill.
I mean, we
Felicia's
kill,
in
but
range of
it's
the archer.
pretty dicey, and yeah, I think we have to shelter. That's
yeah, you are
yeah.
correct. I forgot about that.
no,
I goofed. I was too fast. Okay, yeah, here they are.
You can farm. You can farm these Peg Knights for some experience.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I think that's going to be a Gunter. I mean, yeah. No, we're gonna need like. Well, maybe we kill the boss this turn with like Corrin pair up. Like if Corrin moves and takes Felicia.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
like Corrin moves next to Gunter, takes Felicia, and then Gunter kills with Corrin's pair-up attack. Then we can just fight the Pegasus Knights without having this boss constantly like sitting here.
That's a good point. What were you gonna say, Mando?
A variant of that. It's a little risky, but it could work.
Yeah, basically, if you miss, it's going to get annoying.
It's gonna be ugly, but
I would.
no, actually,
I would wait. I don't think I would drop.
Fine. You can attack with Gunter, like lead the attack with Gunter.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna do this.
This is I thought like this is what I was thinking.
47. That's what I was expecting it to be.
That's kind of I was not. Yeah, like I said, not that great.
Maybe I just enemy phase.
No, because he's going to attack Corrin, who can.
Oh right.
I think we gamble for this because like even if we take 8 damage, we're fine.
This has a low chance of success, but if it succeeds, it negates damage next turn. Waiting just guarantees damage next turn.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah, basically we already committed a little bit.
Oh, yeah, no, so I
No, I do think this is
100% real. It doesn't matter if Gunter dies.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Actually, yes, it does. In Conquest, it does matter.
It does matter. It does matter. Yeah. There's one specific.
I forgot about the.
We'll be fine.
Chapter 16, I think, or 17.
Okay, but I can just kill and then seize, right?
And seize, yeah.
That could work.
71%. That's probably closer to like 82 with 2 RN. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I explained, like we're aware of how Conquest does its math, or how Fates does its math. If you're above 50% hit, you get the 2 RN, like you get in most modern Fire Emblem. If you're below 50%, that's the displayed number is true.
RN. Yeah.
Which is why it's gonna feel like you get hit by low hit rates more often. It goes XCOM a little bit.
Well, if it was going XCOM, you'd miss a lot more 99.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, not specifically below 50.
Yeah. No, I believe Three Houses uses the same RN system, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking map! Oh, this fucking map! Oh my.
Just let Ryoma do more work than you did last time.
This is also a really good opportunity to get early experience on Kaze, which helps.
That's true.
Let me double check something because I want to say.
Oh
my god, your typing is so loud.
I am sorry.
Gaming.
This keyboard is louder than I'd like.
Just after doing that, just yell "I'm in" and all is forgiven.
Thank you very much.
I never asked for this. Okay, let me see. I'm remembering. Am I hallucinating something about Kaze?
You tell me, brother. Yeah. So I'm trying to.
Also, I can't control Ryoma, so.
Well, you don't need to control Ryoma. He kind of does what he does regardless.
Well, you mentioned like you should let Ryoma do more work this time.
I mean,
the death chapter is not in Conquest.
We have to shop the what chapter?
The Kaze dying is not in Conquest.
Oh no! I just know we kind of have to shotgun to Felicia or not Felicia, to Hinoka and Sakura because they do kind of get owned.
They do.
I remember,
but also the reward is like an elixir.
I want it though. I desire it.
I'm checking something.
But anyway.
If Kaze gained any levels before leaving the party, the gains from those levels will be applied to his base stats upon rejoining. So yeah, leveling Kaze early on is helpful. It will affect his bases a little bit when he eventually rejoins. Spoilers. Spoilers. Kaze's our bro. We love Kaze.
Yes. No. I'm aware.
Yeah. I mean, I think I already mentioned that when I was like. So.
Casual 85% speed growth, by the way.
Jesus, that's insane.
What's his res growth again?
55 as a master ninja.
Yeah.
We've got to be close to doubling, right? Like, surely. Also, Ryoma is about to kill Steel. That bitch. Oh, we probably could turn animations off now.
Well, I'll try.
Alt Conquest largely does. There are a couple units that are common Felicia and Jacob are common across all routes because they're your retainers. Kaze, because of the events of the prologue, when you like spare him from execution, he gets on your side and is with you in every route as well. Silas, because of his weird best friend nonsense, is also with you in every route. Aside from that, the only universal Mozu. Mozu is also recruitable.
Shura,
Aside
right?
from that, sure. Oh God, I forgot Shura's in Birthright too. Yeah, Boots is in all routes.
Boots is in all routes, but honestly, it's probably just better to have Shura. Like, low-key, Boots only gives one movement.
Yeah,
and you can get one movement elsewhere. Like,
I like Shura as a unit, even if he
I'm
is.
We are one off of doubling, yeah.
I am a Shura truther. Honestly. Just use the goddess icon, right? We don't want to get crit.
The goddess icon, yeah. Like,
I mean, I was missing a bunch of fellow that wanted to do that.
Yeah, the goddess icon.
We survived another hit.
The only other candidate that matters for the goddess icon is like Arthur, because it also affects his hit rate a little bit.
But like, he's gonna get fucking cooked anyway. There's no world in which Arthur does not get cooked by a crit anyway. So like, what's the point?
I'm a little bit of an Arthur truther after my last playthrough, if I'm being real. Like, I usually wind up...
Arthur is a hilarious unit. I would be down to see Fume use him. I just know that, like, the man is a nightmare. Like,
how much move do I have through these woods?
Everybody gangsta until you get, like, crit a billion times.
Okay, so I'm trying to get up here, so I guess I should melt... I should go here, through this way?
I mean, that's fine. Honestly, basically kill everyone except the 4 on the mountain, and then eventually disappear.
You can feed all 4 on the mountain to Kaze, and it helps him out a lot.
I was gonna show that. Alright, then I think I'm gonna send, I'll send Korn through this way. I want to regroup with Hinoka and Sakura before they die.
Yeah.
More than... There are... Every time I load up Conquest, there are 2 gamble, like, betting pools I open with myself. How much strength is Kaze gonna get, and how much strength is Niles gonna get? And
I don't remember about Niles. I mean, I know who he is. I just don't remember ever using him. I probably did. In fact, I definitely used him. I just don't remember.
I should probably pair up for now, just for the movement.
I think dual strike is much better. Also, having
you're not attacking range.
Yeah, we're not attacking right now.
You're not gonna get into attack range next turn. I like Niles a lot. A good Niles is a fantastic unit. If you get a little bit RNG screwed, Niles is replaceable by Shura.
True.
Conquest is also... you didn't touch Orochi in Birthright at all.
No,
we did not.
Because she's slow and feels bad to use.
The only magic units we used were Sakura and Korn using tomes on a Dark Knight, and he couldn't even keep those.
But yes, that's true.
Niles capturing in Conquest. I don't think you're gonna actually want to fuck with it. Conquest captures are more useful overall. Like there are more use cases for using captured units. But it's also like you really don't have to.
Is it safe?
Yeah. Well, it depends how many units can reach that square. So
no.
3.
If Kaze survives 2 rounds of combat, and he's doubling them, he will guard gauge the 3rd.
Wait, so he has 5 defense, they have
5 defense, 14 attack, he takes 8, he takes 9 twice.
He lives with 1 HP.
Do those gauntlets debuff defense?
No, I don't think so.
Is that a thing?
No. Okay, the Shackled Fist do not. Gauntlet weapon.
Wait, this guy has more attack, so if he goes first, then Kaze will die.
Yeah. He also has seal something. I don't know if that's defense or res or what.
Defense. Okay, yeah, that's a...
Yeah.
Kind of...
So what if we...
What if I'm just in range of the...
That's kind of what I'm thinking. What if we stay back and we're only in range of like that one in the forest? What forest to the... We can just try dodging. There's a forest right to the
This way,
Where?
Kaze gets attacked by these two, and he survives.
Holt.
Yeah.
Holt. To answer your question, Niles is the only unit that has the capture as his personal skill and can capture units. The reason capturing in Conquest is a little bit more impactful is because, first of all, Conquest is harder. By design, it's harder than Birthright. From a map design perspective, unit
Ooh, that's
balance,
awful.
more or less. The capturable units on Conquest, thus, are more valuable to begin with. And I'm going to put aside my love for like
God damn it,
actual
Rihanna.
Iron Man run. There are units in Conquest that, because of the
We'll get
split
guard
between
gates,
two
we'll be
armies
safe.
and class skills, you can capture a unit with rally defense in chapter 8, 9. And then if you're, depending on how you're playing the game, theoretically, you could have him available for some of the harder, for chapter 10, which is a defense map. There are other capture units. There's a capture unit in chapter 14, I think. Yes. That has decent weapon ranks.
Oof.
It's a promoted Hoshidan class, but has some unique skills. It has like
God,
counter magic.
Ryoma,
and
stop fucking...
and you can capture him and eventually sway him onto your side, and you have a unit with some unique skills and thus a unique use case in the sandbox. There's not, to my knowledge, there's not as many interesting capture units in Birthright. Maybe there are on some of the Birthright child paralogs that I'm just not as familiar with, but in Conquest, you have some genuine options for capturing enemy units and using them for their unique utility. I know for some people on Lunatic, they'll capture a Shrine Maiden, an early Shrine Maiden, because it just has unreasonably high staff rank for that point in the game, and then they'll use that to like abuse some status staves or do like entrap things in the mid and late game. So it depends.
Honestly,
there's a lot of variance in the sandbox.
Yeah, Fume, we probably just double with the core. We double with Corn with the Kaze pair-ups. We probably can just kill that guy.
Yeah, just wipe them out.
And now we have guard gauge.
This is my
Excellent.
There we go.
It's like the third time in a row we got...
Yeah, something we didn't mention is that we didn't mention Xander in DLC classes yet.
Oh,
probably
yeah,
just
you're right.
concoction.
Ike's
Honestly.
DLC class.
Like I would say, Corn can just concoction. Honestly.
Well,
So, like,
my thought
HP.
was that I'm probably giving Kaze the experience on these guys.
So you think he doesn't need to heal?
Well, Korn probably needs to take a hit or two.
But yeah, I was gonna say, so Xander, basically one of his weaknesses in Paladin that I know is speed. His strength and defense are great. His speed is not.
Okay, Rome was no longer trying to kill
him.
Stu. Thank you.
No. You can reclass him into well, just attack, right?
Yes, I didn't realize it was in range.
Oh, he's
This guy has
I guess.
Poison Strike. Well, he can't kill.
It doesn't activate. It doesn't activate
When
yet.
he initiates on you.
Wait, what just happened?
You rewound somehow.
Oh.
I think you accidentally moved state.
Oh, I accidentally
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I
so-
meant to save, sorry.
But anyway, so one of the really good classes is if you do Lodestar, which is Marth's class, it basically fixes all of his problems and he becomes he basically becomes like Ryoma again.
He has an 85% luck growth in Lodestar.
It's so disgusting.
Does he have any luck
Like he gets
scaling
speed,
skills?
He gets speed. He
No.
gets speed take. No, but it doesn't matter. He gets speed taker. Like it's actually just insane.
This is me being a little bit of a purist. I do think it's worth engaging with Conquest on its own with DLC classes, but if you do it, the Witch on certain characters is really fun, and the Witch is a cute outfit.
Which is a lot of fun.
I hate Revelation.
I mentioned
That's when I go D&D crazy, or
Yeah.
DLC crazy.
Rev. I think I mentioned. it
Wow,
at one point,
nice job, Kaze.
I think I met Mando. I think I actually mentioned I did Witch I did Witch Azura at one point just to get warp so that I could literally, like, I don't care where my dancer is, I can just literally warp wherever I want. I mean, just back up and do it for free.
I know.
fun. Which was actually disgusting. Like, being able to just like be like, oh, the dancer goes wherever. Or I think I also did it on Felicia.
I put Arthur in the tank because it made me laugh.
I mean, fair enough. I also did it for I also did Witch Felicia so I could teleport around and heal people when they needed.
Yeah, Witch is just fun.
Okay,
Witch is broken.
If you put, I put Witch on Camilla for Shadow Gift, and then I had a Nosferatu Malignite.
Yep.
You are all saying words, and I know that they are very interesting words, but
which is the one that I mentioned earlier that gets the teleport skill? Like, just straight up, you can teleport to an ally.
Yes, it is like a DLC class in reference to one of the most fun and engaging enemies from Fire Emblem 2.
Also, their AI is so fucked, like, in that game.
Yeah.
You have not encountered the glory of witches yet. They're Shadows of Valentia.
Oh, no, I got that.
Praise be to Duma and all that.
Praise be to Duma?
Wow, that's yeah, the witch. I know the witches are women who have had their souls sold to or taken by Duma.
Yeah, it's Duma.
It's Duma, but like praising Duma? Sus? Milla's right there. Fire Emblem 2 is Fire Emblem Gaiden.
Which is remade as Shadows of Valentia.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. It's also... Echoes might be my second favorite Fire Emblem game, even though the maps are hot ass.
Oh my god, right. They have Seal Strength.
Hear me out, we just give this to Corrin.
Yeah, they have Seal Strength.
Yeah, we just give this to Corrin.
Oh! I forgot to check my HP, but it's fine.
It worked!
Yeah.
You didn't deserve that. Anyway. Wow, that's... Yeah, I replayed SOV when I knew what I was doing on hard. I still don't really like SOV. It's just... Yeah.
The story and the presentation carry the game. I do enjoy some of the mechanics.
The art design, I get. It's obviously not my personal favorite, but I do get that it's banger art.
Genuinely, I like the mechanics of the game a ton. It's just the maps are bad.
I don't love the mechanics. I feel they kind of fucked combat arts. I don't know if there's a Fire Emblem that's ever really done it well. Like, I feel like it's kind of like what they were going for. Were like magic. Like, magic costs HP, it's a use case, and combat arts also cost HP. But the problem with that is that you're either just objectively, like, it's not a strategic decision, right? It's either objectively this combat art is worth using or it's not. And, like, some of the combat arts are just so disgusting. Like, why would you ever not use Tiger Stance? Or, like, with what?
I think that's only true with Hunter's Volley.
No, there's also Tiger Stance, which scales off, I think, like, skill or speed, and then there's the...
Oh yeah, Exploding Sword just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the same one for what's it called?
Double Lion
from Rompia. And so those arts are like you can just one-hit kill any enemy in the game. It's like, okay, obviously it's worth 8 HP to just instantly.
Maybe it's I might also be thinking about my experience in the post-game Super Dungeon.
Yeah, but the post-game Super Dungeon's kind of bullshit.
There is no one-shotting in that place.
The post-game dungeon is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, Kave's not doing jack shit damage.
Well, if you go up to Rinka, you can debuff and kill him. We can kill him with Corrin, and then we can figure out how to deal with the Wormslayer guy next turn.
Yeah, Kaze's not here to do damage in this chapter. He's here to kill the mages and then debuff things.
Like, we need him to debuff the Wormslayer guy so we can one-shot the Wormslayer guy so that Corrin can die.
I believe if Sakura is in range, Corrin survives Slayer.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because of her personal.
That does make sense.
I mean...
They're just kind of weird, dude.
I don't think Rinka wants to take the mage and the Wormslayer.
I agree. In a fight, right?
In a fight.
With Rinka pair up, does Kaze just fucking kill the mage? Kaze would have to pair into Rinka.
He can't reach.
If he pairs into Rinka and then switches, can he just kill the mage?
So, well, he'd get 11. He'd get 11 strength. What's his attack with that?
His attack is 11, so he would get
plus 4, so 15.
4 and then plus a little bit from weapon triangle.
Oh, I don't think he's killing.
Not quite.
15 minus 7. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna kill.
He does. Okay, he doubles, but.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. So he's doing like slightly more than 9 times 2. Yeah, I'm not optimistic about this.
Yeah. I've had Ryoma. I've had Ryoma get this guy down to like 1 or low.
Yeah, I mean,
and then I think it's hard coded that he just misses forever after that point.
I don't think it is. I think I vaguely recall an Emblem run where it was actually essential to the run that he get the RNG where Ryoma won and then cleaned up the rest of the map.
Wait, for real?
I think so. What if we go next to Rinka and then that way Rinka can finish off, or we just dance for Corrin?
Well, I'll do this to get shit.
Do that. Dance for Kaze.
Nah.
Okay, well, that helps.
We could.
Every early strength level Kaze gets makes him better later.
Sure, but
when his strength cap is 20.
Well, now he just hits, so.
Bro, he's got the fucking Jafar cap? Insane.
I think as Master Ninja, his strength cap is 25. When you get Shuriken Bear, it doesn't matter, but...
Oh, okay, he almost dead.
Down with the lobster.
Alright, this is a little nasty. I think I leave Rinka in ranged, wait.
Well, there's a mage behind him, so maybe don't do that.
The mage is one away.
You might be able
but they overlap. You might need to go to the other side to bait the mage.
The strat for this might be to, like, you take 1 round to get into position, and then it's like Corrin kill into dance Corrin kill again. And then Corrin,
I mean, that's kind of what I think. I do think you go the other way to...
I agree. Yeah. Can I make the characters move faster? Game speed.
Actually, I agree that I like that the enemies have faces. The 3DS era is when we start seeing some generic class portraits, and it's like, you know, some of these character art a little bit. Some of these are kind of cool.
Yeah, fair.
But, you know, that matters less.
Okay, these guys have overlapping, almost overlapping. Kaze if here, he's okay.
Well, I think you probably want to dual strike at some point, so...
Yes, but not yet.
With Sakura in range and Rinka paired into, Kaze can tank both mages.
Advantage!
You cannot kill the spirit of Hoshido!
Only the spirit of Hoshido can kill the spirit of Hoshido. That's a reference you will get many turns later.
In about, what was it, 25 turns?
25 turns later. 25 maps later. And now we wait. Yeah, I mean, might as well. It'll be fine.
You're gonna pair Rinka into him, so he doesn't get dual striked?
Right.
We could do that. Well, does he live? I mean, if the answer is no, we pair Rinka into him.
They're doing
20, so they're doing 11 times 2.
He's got 11 res?
Yes.
Yeah.
9 times 2.
He lives. So, with weapon triangle, he lives. Unless one mage dual strikes with a mercenary.
They can't read. Oh, yeah, okay, then...
yeah, we probably should use Rinka. Plus, I guess it'll hit them for more damage now, which is fine, too.
We're playing on... What are we playing on? Hard?
Hard.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if the mage reinforcements are too. I don't remember.
Well, here they are.
Yeah.
Well, right on
far away, though. No, this is fine. If kill one with Kaze and then Corrin one taps the other mage and the mercenary, we'll be fine.
Yeah, this is easy cleanup.
No, you.
No,
yeah.
I get it.
Drink.
Whoa.
Leave it.
Kaze,
Well,
luck.
No, I have zero
Still fair.
faith in this Kaze. Like honestly, I just have zero faith.
Oh, this is normal Kaze so far.
I mean,
if
yeah,
you, like-
maybe that's why I have zero faith in him. Oh wait, but what if we block with Azura? What if we have Azura 1v1 this Merc?
No.
We'll die, by the way. Just like I'll
Right,
answer that
yes.
question for you now.
They don't both have Worm Slayers, right? They only one?
No,
Even if they both did, Corrin tanks one. If
That's
Sakura's,
also true.
if Sakura's within 2 spaces, yeah.
Well, he one shots. So.
I'm pretty sure the other. Well, I knew that. I'm pretty sure the other guy.
Oh, he does.
If you put
Well,
Sakura
okay,
next to Corrin, then he's fine.
We can just put Sakura, yeah, and then heal Kaze.
Personal skills.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it actually looks like he does survive even without her, but...
Without the
it gets-
parrot buff, I think he survives with like 2?
Okay, you're right.
Oh no.
No, we would have. We would
Sakura
have
was
died.
exactly needed.
We would have died. I mean, we can also just go kill this mage with Corrin, honestly.
The reason I'm so pushing on Kaze here, no one else here except Azura sticks around and uses the experience, and Corrin's not getting diddled from all this right now.
That's fair.
It's just like this is me going. I know what's coming, and
Yeah, I mean,
even if we
that's-
don't use Kaze long term,
I mean, he is the only
No,
ninja,
that's-
and they are a very good class.
He's not the
unless
only
you
one, I believe.
reclass, like with the exception of
Yeah.
Corrin, and unless you reclass Laszlo, because Laszlo can
Yeah.
go ninja as well.
And
He's
you
not
know-
amazing in it. He puts in work. I've found success with him.
Yeah. No,
But,
Soleil is kind of better.
Soleil is much better. Having a ninja with Saul is really nice. As much as I don't like activated skills.
I have a feeling we're killing the boss with Corrin again anyway, so we might as well just kill this guy with, I guess.
The
Kaze.
boss gives Corrin experience, I thought, right?
I mean, I
Yes.
would hope so. It's how this game's kind of premised.
But like full experience. Not the
Alright.
like two. not the,
Defense?
like, one-
Okay.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
we can survive making bad decisions more easily. That's good.
Yes, all these mages hitting us on the defense stat.
wonder
I
if you
mean,
give
I said
the
bad
blue
decisions,
purple
as in,
Corrin.
oops, we misplaced Kaze. He's getting a hit in the face with a sword now.
Yeah. What were you saying, Mando?
I was thinking out loud. Ignore that. I was trying to think about like inventory exploit, and I realized inventories get reset. It's not possible to give the Bloom Festal to Kaze and then get it from him.
What if we depair?
Actually,
Or wait, we have guard gauge, so maybe we
you
don't.
have guard gauge.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I guess we don't. I was just thinking because like I wanna debuff him and then just have Corrin go in.
I mean, this is a debuff, right? No. Unless we miss.
Also, we die.
Just
Well,
kill him.
Okay, so what if can Corrin still use pair up in rage form? I can't
No.
remember honestly.
No,
Okay, so then I guess we
You
just send this.
you can do this attack. If it misses, Sakura can get.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really do, and I really like one of the big things I enjoy about Fates in general is the addition of personal skills to the zeitgeist of Fire Emblem. Like true personal skills, not just like FE4, FE5 style. These characters happen to have these.
Yeah, I don't mind personal skills. I just feel that they're so uneven and like
They are uneven.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that though.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with the unevenness in a design space.
Alright, time to stop
That's fair.
skipping
No, I mean,
everything. Time to stop.
You know me. You know me. I am a huge fan of Sophia existing.
Time to stop skipping and start cringing. I know what I must do. Ryoma, withdraw your troops.
It can't be.
You don't mean that, Popcorn.
Oh, God.
You cannot possibly. Oh god, this looks terrible. Why did we do this?
This looks great. What are you talking about? This is peak. I don't know what you're talking about. This is peak content.
I'm sorry, Ryoma, but I will not fight for Hoshido. Hold on.
I've known you guys for like 3 days.
I will do the thing that makes more sense as a person. Emotion go with the people that I know most of my, conscious life.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. I'm not gonna fight for the people who I've met for like 3 days. I am going to fight for the people who I've known literally all my life because I don't have any memory.
And then that is where the logic in this route ends.
Oh,
Pretty
you
much.
have no idea. You
Pretty
just
much.
wait and
Honestly,
see.
I know.
Honestly, Revelations is probably the most realistic choice of like, yo, I'm actually fucking alpha this war. It's just the problem is that makes all of your siblings suddenly lose their shit for no reason. Instead of being like, okay, you know what, fair, we don't want our sweet baby boy to fight. They're like, well, guess I'll have to kill you. And it's like,
We can
but why?
Revelations.
Like, what the
Revelation
the
sins are gonna
Hoshidans?
wait for us. They're coming eventually.
I love the Hoshidans being like, okay, so Korn's been kidnapped and raised in Nor, but he's still our sibling, we have to go save him. And they do that, and then Korn's like, I want out of this war, and they're like, fuck, we're gonna have to kill him now? Great, okay. And I'm like, wait,
Not choosing
where's the
is
logic?
a choice, you know.
Apathy is death. Apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Thank you, Kreia.
It's so bad.
I can't believe we're quoting a game with infinitely better writing.
We're quoting a good game, guys.
It's from Coder 2.
Oh, I have played that, just not in a really long.
Wait, Coder 2?
It doesn't help that
Knights of the Old Republic. I played
Doesn't
both. I think I played both 1 and 2.
Oh, huh. What were you
it
gonna say,
doesn't help
Mando?
that particular scene is buried in a dungeon that you're told explicitly to come back to later, and if you're not keen to the meta-narrative, like, philosophical tensions of the game, and you're listening to what Kreia tells you to do, and you're doing gray Jedi nonsense, you cannot enter that dungeon. So a lot of people miss the thesis statement of the game because they've been led astray by Kreia, which is, I think, a brilliant piece of writing, even if it's a little bit weird in the game design.
Yes, and to be fair, among many other things, I think that section is almost as broken as basically the rest of the game. In terms of,
I don't think it's that. I would say I actually don't think it's that weird from a game design point. Like old games, especially, and I think this is a good thing. We're not afraid of locking you out of shit because for replayability, sure, but also like I think that's great that they're just like, nope, it's you got to do this. I hate it when it's convoluted. Don't get me wrong. Like when it's convoluted bullshit, it's bad. But when it's like pretty obvious what the turning point was, I think that's great.
For me, it's a signposting thing. I agree with locking people out because of their decision. Like broadly, more than
like, that's
it's a signposting thing. This is
that's kind of like, that's kind of where I said like you need to know where the turning was. Like if it's obtuse and you're like 17 hoops that I have to jump through, that's bad. If you're like, oh, I see what I did wrong, that's good.
Unfortunately, 17 hoops to jump through is basically everything about Knights of the Old Republic 2. Like. You can do almost nothing in that game without some fucking factor getting flag getting triggered and locking you out of something else. It's so obtuse, and I recognize that a lot of it. I recognize that a lot of it comes down to the game was rushed as fuck, and the like rebuild mods, the repair mods or complete mods help a lot, but it's just a shame. And I will be frank, and I say that I know Chris Avalon he's apparently been like either a sex pest or something. I'm not sure, but he's kind of an asshole. He's the guy who wrote it, and he wrote a number of other games for Obsidian. But I think that while Kreia is an amazing character and a very well done character, I think a little too much of Coder 2 is. I have these personal gripes with the Star Wars setting. I'm going to write them all out and make Kreia my mouthpiece for them. And that's not inherently a problem, but I think it's something that Chris Avalon did not fucking stop doing until he stopped really getting writing jobs, as far as I know.
I think you've got a point. I think most of the real bad Avalon come from other characters. Like, I think he was moderated and like held in check a little bit more with Kreia from some of the other people on the writing team. You see some of his more libertarian views coming through from like other side characters and quest lines in the game.
Got an example?
This was a whole like 45-minute talking point in the Civilized Age podcast and I can't remember what planet it's. I think Nar Shaddaa is when it gets really pointed because it's if you know what happens on Nar Shaddaa, it's that whole planet's kind of weird. I did the ADHD thing where I can't fucking remember a thing in my life. So if I remember it, I'll get back to you.
You know what? Fair.
Are you talking about like the Nar Shaddaa is the planet where you get Goto at the end, right? Well, I mean, Goto itself, I think that the logic is a little tortured, but I think that's also kind of the point given what he is. But again, that's kind of the point. That doesn't mean
character.
Super cool. Really wish you could actually, engage with him. Well, first off, I wish he wasn't absolutely useless in combat because droids are super underpowered in KOTOR 2, as usual. As usual for KOTOR 1 as well. Hold on. Like T3 is amazing. As a utility party member, and unfortunately, that's kind of it. And sometimes that's all you need, but that stops being useful. I think maybe another example or a better example of how he might have been a little. And yes, I know we're podcasting, and it's 1:40 a.m. for me, so I'm not going to go too long on this. But I think one of the ways that it did kind of go a little more, like into the this is a little bleh, is. I think Kreia, maybe not Kreia herself, but I think that the fact that that so many of the party members have the capacity to be force sensitive does feel it's not tortured in that like they explain it in the story because of who the exile is, literally. But I still don't think it mechanically works because A, there's no reason to not make everybody Jedi or Sith, at which point, why do you have any other party members? And B, I think that it cheapens a few of the character arcs. Like what's her name? The Handmaiden. I think that her being... Brianna, yes. I think that her becoming a Jedi or Sith takes away from a lot of what is supposed to be her being ostracized for being allegedly the weakest of the sisters, and even if they have like some force sensitivity, they are very clearly operating outside of a Jedi Sith structure, even though their mistress is herself a Jedi who is falling to the dark side. And then Aton, go ahead.
I just want to say about him, I see where you're coming from. You're not wrong in reading it that way. There is a take on Knights of the Old Republic 2 as a narrative in a very real way about healing and overcoming past shame and struggle and all that. It's also one very, very much about teaching. Mechanically, turning everyone into a Jedi, it nullifies way too much. Especially if you just make yourself good at like the utility stuff like hacking. Narratively, I think it leads to a strong lesson, even if it's one that the game lets lie a little bit more fallow than I think some would like.
Yeah.
I know that the way Sulmatul approached the game in her long play, like essay thing about the game a couple years ago, was a narrative long play, but also. And some of the points she makes over the course of that, I think, are salient and interesting. It's like an 8-hour video, so that's a 3-day thing to watch. But I do think it's worth it.
Send the link when you can.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say is that, as per usual, and this is something that I know. This is something I know that the game itself falls victim to because of its setting and because of its rush development and because of the mechanics. For a game that is so obsessed with like exploring nuance and grayness and ambiguity and like, hey, you should actually try to make decisions as a complicated person rather than only pick the light side, only pick the dark side options. The game still forces you into one at the end, and it is very like black and white and very jarring. And B, the content for a dark side path is so much less.
It's so it's all kick the puppy.
It's not just kick the puppy. There's just so much less of it. Go ahead.
But also, to be
Yeah.
fair, that is Star Wars, right? Like Star Wars is not usually a universe of nuance.
I agree.
Yes,
The
the
problem is
dragon-
that this is the
Having
game
read-
that's a.
Having
but
read
here's the thing,
so
is, like,
much of
even-
the EU,
I was gonna say, even in
Always been
I think the problem with Star Wars is basically that the light side is not always good, which is a good point. Like the Jedi are very flawed as an organization, but the Sith have never been anything other than straight up evil. Like that's the thing. Jedi versus Sith is good versus evil. Jedi as a standalone is fertile grounds of exploration.
Please, yes.
nuance.
Please,
Sith are always just straight
Please let Mando speak.
No, you're not wrong, but the conflation of Jedi with the light side of the Force is one of the ideological traps the game's set. Going back to what you said earlier, Fume, about choosing the light side, the dark side, or a game asking you to approach things with an open mind and all of that, that plays directly into the whole scene with apathy is death. The trap of the game is that Krea's teachings are wrong through the
Yes.
whole game. And like, do I think it which is why I'm not as mad about the fact that trying to be a Grey Jedi objectively fucks your character because it keeps you out of prestige classes. Because you need like 75 or 80 light side or dark side to get access to your prestige classes at level 12 or 13 whenever they trigger. 10 maybe. But the trap of Knights of the Old Republic 2 is that Kreia is asking you to look at all these things with nuance, and she is correct in doing so because she's had all of this experience. She's been abused and cast down and thrown out for learning and seeking other answers. Her conclusion from those experiences and the conclusion she tries to guide you towards, like individual teachings might be right, but by rejecting other outcomes and truths, that is itself the trap. And that is why she is wrong, and that is why she is the villain at the. Is it handled and delivered expertly? No, it was a game made in like a 10-month development cycle in 2004. It's brutal.
Yes.
Like
No.
it's right. It's in the same category with Three Houses as a game I wished had another year of dev time for the people to like really bring the vision to life.
I agree. I wanted to clarify. Go ahead, sorry. I interrupted. Go ahead, please, Mando.
Oh, I was done. My statement was done.
I wasn't trying to suggest I was taking her lessons at face value. I'm saying that it is a flaw in the game's mechanics because it isn't really just Kreia telling you that. Like, the game is presenting a lot of other situations where you need to take a more complicated approach. But I was also speaking just more generally that to a lesser extent, or to a sort of parallel extent to Coder 1, Coder 2, if you play Darkside, really just starves you of content, comparatively.
Yes.
And, like, an example is Hanhar, I think, is who is the Darkside companion in Coder 2, which is an improvement from Coder 1, where you don't actually get any companions if you're Darkside, you just lose a bunch of them near the end of the game. Whereas in Coder 2, you can at least keep everyone by the end. And this is kind of a growth compared to Jade Empire, which I think you should play if you haven't, Mando, even if it's a deeply flawed game, because it's a very interesting look at BioWare's development history.
Okay.
But anyways, Hanhar is a really, really interesting character, and they don't do enough with him. And he's actually he's not quite in the. Sorry.
I'm agreeing with you. Sorry.
He's not quite in the. For me, at least personally, Edelgard level of he's more interesting as an antagonist than as a playable character, but they so clearly intended for him to be an antagonist because everything that has to do with his involvement in the story makes so much more sense when he is not recruited. And Mira is just so much more, like, mechanically, in terms of gameplay at least, like, she can be a Jedi and he can't, and that's the biggest change. And that also means that he, like Canderous and like the droids Mandalore, and like the droids are removed from one of the game's main,
Mechanics.
healing elements that you talked about. And on that note, Beodor is my fucking boy. I love him.
Beodor's a goat.
He's so cool.
I agree with you. One of the biggest failings of both Knights of the Old Republic games, I will say, is the dark side content is shockingly banal and like kick puppy and not interesting and shallow.
Yes.
Hanhar as a character where it's like this is the pain and like the new kind of slavery and the agony that comes from obligation forced onto someone you do not respect. Like something that is presented elsewhere in the series as good with the life debt as another set of chains, another set of torments, bonds severing you from what you want to be and what you believe. That's fascinating. But they didn't have the fucking dev time to fill that out.
Yeah, it's also interesting because it is an interesting situation. Maybe this is a bit of an oversimplification. It is an example of a party member whose character development with you is you actively are kind of making each other worse, which is a very interesting. Sorry.
Mutual toxicity.
It's like I'm serious. Like you complete his personal quest by forming a suicide pact with him.
Yep.
It's so fucked up.
Reject light side, dark side dichotomy, embrace Infamous becoming either Jesus or Satan with no in between.
Yes. The last thing I'll say is that, and then we should really move on, is I do think that this speaks to a fundamental problem with so much Western game development for RPGs in the 2000s and early 2010s, and this is, again, I recognize how this was reflective of the growing pains of the industry and such, but in hindsight, and I do kind of blame BioWare a bit for this, although it's not just them. I really think that and I know that, last thing, I know that like most games that still have choice systems have moved away from it, but the idea of like a light side, dark side meter, or Renegade and Paragon meter for Mass Effect or something, or open hand palm versus closed fist for Jade Empire is so restrictive, and it's so clunky, and it never is executed. Like mechanically, in terms of like unlocking classes, that's fine, but in terms of how it integrates into the story, it's almost never done well. And I'm talking specifically about how in fucking Mass Effect, like if there was a mod I could install that would like make it that you could choose the Renegade and Paragon options without needing those meters, because it's such a stupid fucking system where you don't have enough of those points to make that choice, I would do it because it's such a stupid fucking system.
That's actually why I like Infamous, because I feel like of all the ones that try to like do it, Infamous just commits the hardest. They're like, yeah, no, they're like, because some of the games like, oh, it's kind of like we're gonna have them be like in character either way, and we don't want to commit. And the Infamous is like, no, you are either like actually Jesus and you're gonna save the world with your magical healing lightning powers, or you're gonna fucking kill everyone and be the devil. Like there is not like you don't get to make a non-choice. Like you have to pick one of those two, and so like. Yes, it's not the best system, but honestly, I do look back on it fondly just because it does say, no, you are going to be one of these two radically different Coles. Like, Nice Cole and Evil Cole are not the same person. Whereas, like, again, like, Shepard has to always be Shepard, and you kind of sort of get two different ones, but you don't really. Whereas, like, no, Cole is basically just two different people at that point.
But I don't want to. But I don't want to pick any of these communist options. Pick one of these communist options or fuck off.
I mean, yeah, and again, like I said, I respect
that's from Disco Elysium.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I respect the commitment to just being like, fucking pick it.
Yes, again, I
love nuance. Like, I do love nuance, but if you are going to make me not do nuance, commit to having none whatsoever.
Yes,
like, either let it be or just say, nope, we're doing it.
Yes. All right, we should move on, but Axor, I completely get it that binary choices are just easier to design and that wasn't vogue. I am not faulting them for doing what they did at the time. I'm just looking back upon them more harshly in hindsight. Like,
well, and also, as I said, there are ways to do binary choice well and ways to do it poorly, and being wishy-washy about the fact that you're forced to make a binary choice doesn't help. And that's kind of what Hume and Manda were getting at with KOTOR about how it doesn't really work, but in the end, you have to still press an ending Tron 3000 button and pick light or dark side. So like that basically makes you pick the choice, even while the game's saying, oh no, but you can be gray. That's kind of the problem. Whereas again, something like Infamous, which, as I said, I think is a great example, tells you pretty much from the start that you are going to pick one of these two choices and you are going to goddamn like it.
Yes.
Which, no nuance, not very interesting, but the game's very transparent about telling you what it is.
Yes. Yes.
What was it?
I dropped the link in the Discord.
Thank you. So we should move on. Okay,
Yes.
God, I want to say one. I want to say something. This is part of why I respect Dragon Age, because it doesn't have such a system. And I know that it's borrowing from earlier stuff, like or earlier elements, and I know that this is also part of why Baldur's Gate 3, for example, does not have them versus earlier Baldur's Gate games. But yeah, Dragon Age, especially the first one, lets you have those elements that you're talking about, Emmett, but it never really locks you into one.
No, Dragon Age, I think, is a great example of it, because Dragon Age is not a question about good or evil, right? Like, you are the last Grey Warden fighting the Darkspawn. You are always good. The question is, are you going to be a pragmatist, or are you going to be an idealist?
Well,
neither of those is inherently good or bad. I mean, and again, that's simplifying it for the sake of argument.
It
but
is.
Again, that's really what it is like, are you going to take your army of werewolves, or are you going to try to diffuse the centuries-long conflict? Like, there's a lot of nuance in there, and it's within how you approach it, not within good or evil, and that's what's great.
I agree, if only with the addendum that it's not just pragmatism. Like, you can have a warden that does very counterproductive shit, and even if it's not counterproductive, it's just a total asshole at times, and your companions will get pissed the fuck off at you. But even ignoring that, like, I don't think it's just pragmatism versus idealism. I think it is just how you want to approach it. Like, I would argue that in Mass Effect, Mass Effect is maybe a closer example to something like pragmatism versus idealism before they threw that away in Mass Effect 3 to just make Renegade Shepard, kick puppies all the fucking time. But anyways, sorry, we should really move on. I apologize. Thank you.
I think the conclusion for the morality thing is, as soon as you begin buying, quote-unquote morality within a game system, you're making an authorial judgment, first of all, that is going to shape how every other system responds to it, and then it's going to forcefully binarize every choice in the game one way or another.
It's basically press F for respects. It's the game telling you how to feel, which very rarely works.
Well, I don't know if that's the right. It's not just press F. It's not press F for respects, Emmett. I think it's more like the game is telling you this kind of thing needs to have this morality associated with it.
This is moral. This is immoral.
Yes.
This is good. This is evil. Speaking of evil, we are siding with the totally not European Empire.
Yeah, totally not German. Totally not the Prussian Empire. I'm sorry.
Remember, Japan is a beautiful and wholesome country that has never done any wrong, and everyone in the West is pissed. And that's why we are going to kill them all.
Xander's Japanese name is Marx.
The what? Wait, what?
Xander's name in Japan is Marx.
Yes, and Leo's is Angels, right?
Maybe.
Oh, no, it's Trotsky. It's Trotsky. But they changed that in localization because Red Scare.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's let me check. Theo is okay. No, it's Leon. It's his name is Leon in Japanese, but that's Leon Trotsky. Given that Leon is a character in Greek, a Spartan king, but if his older brother is named Marx and he's named Leon, who's the most famous Leon associated with communism? Yeah, it's Leon Trotsky.
Leon Kennedy? Oh, sorry.
Nor's one of Nor's unique things that aren't standard is that the Norian thief is a bow class. That's one example.
Well, so if you're talking about unique classes specifically, only Korn and Azura have unique classes. Ryoma's not any unique class. Other people can be samurai. If you're asking about PRF, then yes, they have a.
I think he's talking about between the nations. Do they have anything that's not Fire standard?
That's not
Maids too. That aren't standard classes we'd expect from earlier in the franchise. Maids, outlaws.
Yeah.
Outlaw is kind of similar to Awakening classes, I feel.
I mean,
no, they're bow classes though.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Okay, let's move on. We actually gotta move. I'm sorry, Ryoma, but I will not fight for Hoshido.
What?
How can you say that? Open your eyes. Can you not see how vile these Norians are? Yes, well, also, we can't really open our eyes, but yes, that too. They're hateful
It
fiends.
is illegal. It is in our contract. We are not allowed to open our eyes. Also, yeah, fair enough. Hans is definitely objectively a horrible person.
Yes, they're hateful fiends who wish to trample Hoshido. They killed our mother.
No.
It's not
Technically,
that
that was
simple.
Corn, actually.
Yes, I killed our mother. It's not that simple. I know what the Norian kingdom has done to Hoshido is unforgivable. I know that these are not my brothers and sisters by birth. And still, I must side with them. My heart won't allow me to do otherwise.
Gods.
How can you fight alongside those monsters after what they did? Now that you know their sins, how can you possibly justify joining? You are Prince of Hoshido. You are my brother. They are to blame for you not growing up with us as you were meant to. Do you truly mean to fight for those who stole you away? Knowing that Ryoma knows that Korn isn't actually their brother, that makes him come off as much more of an asshole.
Yeah, but the writers didn't think about that.
Yes. Ryoma, my sorrow is beyond words. Still,
The sorrow of the common man?
I simply will not abandon the only family I have ever known.
Everything's okay.
You did the right thing, Popcorn. As you now know, you do not share the same bloodline as the rest of us, so you can have sex with Camilla and not feel weird about it. Please ignore the fact that she keeps saying little brother. But it matters not. I have regarded you as family since I first laid eyes on you. I cannot express what it means to me that you've chosen to return to us. Father will be pleased with your decision as well. Yes, I would. I'm very eager to please the man who tried to make me into a suicide bomber.
Yeah, I really don't get why Xander, with all that, Xander may be one of the worst written characters in Fire Emblem. Like, genuinely, with all that Xander is and is supposed to be, like, the parry retainer problem, and also the fact that he just does not ever tell his dad to fuck off is insane. Like, even Leo is like, okay, I'm gonna, Leo goes behind his dad's back. Leo's like, okay, I spared, Kaze and Rinka. Okay, I'm gonna, do this and that. Xander, never disobeys an order in his life, which is insane.
Yes.
Xander and support and Xander in the main game are like two different characters. But Leo is always...
Okay, but Perry...
a bro.
No, Leo's great. Leo's an amazing character.
Wait,
Perry...
Xander... Xander in what? And Xander in what versus what?
Xander and his supports versus him in, main story cutscenes are, two different characters.
Yeah,
it's
that's...
kind of the same.
Yeah, I
It's
picked up on that.
It's the most noticeable case of this across the franchise.
Yeah. Are you certain of that, Prince Xander? Surely you must know of King Garon's attempt to murder Popcorn.
What?
Explain yourself, swiftly.
Listen.
There was an attack in our capital square. The explosion came from Popcorn's sword. If my mother hadn't sacrificed herself, he would be dead now. If King Garon truly cares, why did he risk Popcorn's life just to hurt Hoshido?
Whoa. Please stop bringing facts and logic into my Fire Emblem things. We don't allow that here.
Is this true, Popcorn?
Well,
It is, but I still need to hear Father's side of the story. That's why I must return home right away. I must know the truth of this tragedy.
Alright, well, yeah, Corn is dumb as shit. Can't argue with that.
I'm afraid that's not an option. Well, there's no way we really come out of this alive.
No,
Yes,
Xander's-
please,
Xander's
please,
right here.
please kill Corrin right now. Spare us the pain. Everyone, attack Popcorn. I will not allow you to return to Nor until we've settled this on the battlefield. Ryoma, please don't do this. You are looking for forgiveness, you'll find none here. So you wish to side with Nor? Then you must first defeat your true brother. Again, Ryoma knows this is not the case. It is your birthright to fight at my side.
I'm just saying, being emotionally manipulative is perfectly fair game if you are trying to win a war.
Absolutely, but
I do not fault him for it.
I agree with you. However, it is also very funny because they clearly didn't think about this.
Also true.
Anyways, it is your Fire Emblem Fates birthright, no longer available on the Nintendo 3DS eShop because that has been shut down, to fight at my side. I cannot forgive the choice you've made. How dare you use the sacred Yato blade against your own kingdom? Perhaps it is a blessing Mother isn't here to witness your betrayal.
Yo, Xander, help us out.
He is.
We're
I do
fucking dying here.
think it's funny that in Birthright, Xander just kicks the shit out of Corrin, and Ryoma comes in later. Whereas this time, Xander needs to come in to help Corrin, getting the shit kicked out of him by Ryoma, which seems accurate as a reflection of how strong Ryoma would be.
It's foreshadowing for Korn's role in the rest of Conquest's story.
Oh boy. Stand down, Prince of Hoshido. I will not allow you to cause any further harm to Popcorn. I'm trying to give Xander like a slightly snooty voice. I know that it's not entirely what he is, but it's fun.
I've been waiting for this.
Well, to truly get the true Conquest experience, you may give Story Xander and Support Xander different voices.
Yes. Order me around once more, nor will lose 2 princes today. I will do what I must to awaken my brother from the spell that binds him. You vile Norians have brainwashed him, and I will not rest until he is free. More false accusations. You know very well he chose us of his own free will. No matter the blood that courses through his veins, we are his true family. That will never change. I will not stand here and listen to your lies. Your heart knows only deceit and betrayal. Norians are notorious for their cruel and cowardly methods. This is no different. But enough of your foolish words. We must resolve this with blades.
Let us begin.
So be it. I always knew it would come to this. The Crown Prince of Nor.
Like, the biggest problem, again, this is a problem that also shows up in Engage. It is never addressed, although it's less an issue because it's not the central conflict, is, there's never really any... Like, the Norians suck at diplomacy. Like, there's never any indication that, like, what Ryoma's saying is wrong. Like, that's kind of the problem with Nor, is that, yeah, they actually are the conquerors. They are going out, actively waging a war of aggression on Hoshido. Now, granted, there is a bit of a Thracia situation going on, but the game does not and never addresses that. And so everything Ryoma is saying is kind of right. Like,
yes.
And the fact that Xander has 0 rebuttal is, like, kind of problematic. Like, it's just...
Well, Xander is indeed very problematic. On the Snails, Syrian Imperialists, how high are the Norians? I mean... They're pretty high. They're real high. I mean, again, I'm gonna remind you, their names and their aesthetics and, like, their armor and such, it is based off of, at least in part, Prussian Empire, like, pre-World War I German Empire. It is these could not be much more clearly. We are the evil empire aesthetics.
I am a little disappointed that they were too scared to do like a winged hussar type design.
Well, yes, but anyways, the Crown Prince of Nor clashing blades with Hoshido's heir. It's almost poetic.
No.
Please stop this madness, both of you. Xander, I beg of you, let it go for now. We must return to Nor right away. There has been enough senseless death on this day.
No.
I'm afraid retreat is not an option. Leo, why would you say that?
No,
If we retreat, they'll think we fear them, or worse, that we coerced you into joining us. This is our chance to prove beyond a doubt that you chose us of your own volition. I don't think...
Well, okay, to be fair, if we're being generous, we are going to say that Leo's words should not be taken at face value, and he is 100% just trying to drive the wedge deeper. Leo would do that. Now, is that what the writers intended?
No,
arguable.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely. Yes, Axor, I'm gonna tell you that.
Well, they do try, and that's the problem.
The thing is, and Emmett, let me say the whole thing before you get mad at me. The Crimson Flower route, not Black Eagles, because Black Eagles is both Crimson Flower and Silver Snow. The Crimson Flower route in Three Houses is very specifically designed to address the fact that with the Conquest route, they tried to actually make a story where you side with the Conqueror figure, you know, like the Valhart equivalent or whatever, but they backed the fuck out because they were afraid of making your character do morally ambiguous shit. And then in Crimson Flower, they were like, all right, fine, we fucked up. You know, even though the context is very different and for all of its faults, the Adrestian Empire is in and of itself not an evil empire, we're still going to make Let me finish. We're still going to make you, like, sign up with if you choose to, sign up with the Conqueror and do morally off shit, if you want to do
Well, I was going to say, I think that's where they succeeded, because they basically say, yes, you are the conquering empire, but they also, like, that's why you succeed, because you still have a goal that's more morally, like, it addresses, like what I said earlier about this is how honestly Conquest should have played it is Thracia, right? Trevant is a complex and interesting character because he's trying to feed his nation. He's attacking the North because he's fucking starving to death.
Yes,
and that is played well. Nor is ostensibly the same. That is the reason given and then never brought up again about why they're attacking Hoshido. Three Houses says, okay, we're doing this to make a new society, and Edelgard says evolution's going too slowly, so I'm taking my empire and I'm forcing a change. Do the ends justify the means? That is not a black and white question to answer. The game doesn't necessarily, I mean, it does because obviously the player has to quote unquote win. So no matter the route you chose, you're kind of proven right. But again, it's not a simple thing. It is, and it does say, yeah, you are choosing to be an aggressor in this fight. And it doesn't shy away from that, as you say, which is great. But, and again, Conquest mostly fails because it just cannot address anything.
Why are they attacking Hoshido outside of Corin? Well, ostensibly, it's because Nor is starving to death / resource starved. And you are correct, Evan. I am agreeing with you. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
The biggest problem is that, unlike, say, Adel saying, hey, undo crest-based society, Rhea would just laugh her out of the room. If, anyone in Nor was like, hey, can we have some food? There was no chance Makoto wouldn't have just been like, yeah, sure, here's some food. We have a surplus.
I strongly disagree with you about that Rhea point, but we are not Three Houses discoursing at 2 in the morning. Please.
No, I mean, come on. No one is disbanding the crest-based society.
I didn't.
But,
well, first off, oh my god. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Here, I was going to say, the more important point here is that Makoto absolutely would have just been like, yeah, here's some food, have fun, bye. Yes. There's no reason for a war except that Garen is explicitly evil.
Yes.
And then just having Corin tag on is just it's so bad.
Anyways,
Hoshido is perfect.
Yes, no, Hoshido is Japan, and Japan is perfect, of course.
And that's exactly why Makoto would have just been like, here's your food, have fun. Yes. They put themselves into a corner with how perfect it is.
Yes. Sorry, I did not mean to be xenophobic there, but it is a little fun.
Well, it gets into some very dangerous and problematic post-World War II thoughts.
Yes. Anyways, all that aside, not Three Houses discoursing, don't agree with your point. I see the nuances, that last one, I see the nuances, but I'm not having this discourse now. I'm putting my foot down. We've no choice but to stand our ground and fight.
True.
I agree with Leo. After all, we've done nothing wrong.
Jump scare.
Why should we flee? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. You're one of us, Popcorn. That's worth fighting for.
It'll work out.
Don't worry, Popcorn. Everything's okay now that we're together again. Also, Xander killed me in another timeline. If we all try our hardest, there's no way we can lose.
Yeah, no one expected that.
Yeah, I did not expect that, and
so
now I'm
points for it. It was definitely forced, but points for it.
Yes. Is that really what you want? Leo, Camilla, even Elise.
Come on.
If you mean to fight, then fight. Norian pawn, soon you shall be a mere stain on my sacred blade, Raijinko. Hinoka, Takumi, Sakura, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Ready and waiting, like I'd ever let them take Popcorn away from us again.
No
Show no mercy, now is our chance to avenge Mother's death.
Okay,
I'll help
so, I would like you to remember how all of your siblings are acting right now.
Yes,
and how they acted in Birthright. Just so that when we play Rev, you can truly understand how batshit fucking crazy this whole thing is.
Yes. I'll help too. I'll do my best. Please, Popcorn, come back to us. Yes, and I'm also noticing that of the siblings, Takumi is the only one who did not express a hope to bring Corin back.
Takumi is ready to both kill Corin and Ryoma, let's be real.
Yes. Well,
Takumi's in the middle.
Because the darkness in his heart. Something Kingdom Hearts. I've never played the game.
Kingdom Hearts is good.
What were you gonna say, man?
So I've heard.
Takumi's on a fucking grassy knoll shot. All right, he's like, I was right. Fuck this guy.
Fools, all of you.
Takumi's ready to just kill everyone.
My Fusion Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle.
I mean, honestly,
we must kill Corin so that he does not engineer peace between the Hoshidans and the Norians, who were both promised who were both promised Fateslandia 3,000 years ago.
Oh no.
Anyways, fools, all of you have my pity. Sadly for you, my sacred blade, Siegfried, knows nothing of pity, only triumph. Camilla, Leo, Elise, prepare for battle. I swear to
sword in the ankle.
I swear to protect our dear Popcorn no matter what.
Failure.
Fail.
No option.
Failure is no option. Let's show these scoundrels what it means to be family. I'm ready too. Let's finish this quickly, though. I'm starving.
You have
This is
breathed
it.
your last.
Attack!
Prepare yourself.
It begins. You've been talking for like
so. I mean, to be fair, posturing to raise your army's morale is not the worst thing. Anyway, I was just gonna say that Elise is so unserious that it's almost funny. It's just not.
Yes. Lord Popcorn, I'm so relieved to see you're still alive. Not that I ever doubted. Alicia, what are you doing here? Oh dear, don't speak so abruptly, or I'll think you're not happy to see me. I've been searching for you since we got separated at the bottomless canyon. I got lost a little, and then I tripped and hit my head, so it took a while to get back. Ah, I see. So she is also suffering from brain damage. Unfortunately, her problems preceded us, so...
I really appreciate the fact that Felicia just somehow fucked around in completely random directions and just ended up on this battlefield.
Yes. What's important is that I'm here now, ready to lend a hand. Alright, well, that being said...
That's some Wallace-level wandering.
I am going to stop because this has been going way too long.
Great plan. Let's do this later.
Let's do this tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, Mando, and thank you for joining us, everyone else.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. We will be ready earlier tomorrow, but I know you have your own life, so just pop if you want. We'll figure it out.
I'll let you know.
Yes, my life involves, errands, and, well, mostly errands.
Yes, well, Mando's is married life, so that adds a not much larger.
Good for him.
Sorry, perhaps I should not have changed.
I'm interested to see where this goes. I'll drop in if I can. No promises.
No worries.
Fair enough.
Anyways, thank you for listening to our Coder 2 podcast hour, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.